Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, JABRU Acquisition Corp I just filed an 8K about changing its name and ticker symbol, and I am seeing a strategic move that could signal a fresh start. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company is shedding its old identity to avoid trademark issues and rebranding as Atlantic Acquisition Corp I with new ticker symbols. JABRU Acquisition Corp I, ticker JABRU, has been in the news lately with its initial public offering back in June. It is essentially a shell company looking to acquire another business. Think of it like a blank check company that raises money from investors to go find a target. We saw it raise about $172 million in its IPO. Now, before we dive into the main news, let's quickly look at what these units are made of. Each unit is a bundle. It includes one ordinary share, which is like a regular piece of ownership in the company. Then there is a redeemable warrant, which is basically a ticket that gives the holder the right to buy more shares at a set price later on. And finally, there is a right to receive a fraction of a share, specifically 1/4 of a Class A ordinary share. This structure is pretty common for these types of acquisition companies, aiming to give investors a few different ways to potentially benefit. So, what is the big news today? JABRU Acquisition Corp I has agreed to change its name and ticker symbol. They got into a trademark dispute with another company over their name and trading symbol. To settle this, and to avoid confusing people in the market, they've decided to rebrand. This means JABRU will soon be known as ATLQ for the shares, ATLQ for the units, ATLQW for the warrants, and ATLQR for the rights. They have asked the Nasdaq stock market to make this change. This is a pretty significant move for a company that is still in its early stages, looking for a merger or acquisition. It signals they want to clear the decks and start fresh under a new identity. The new name will be Atlantic Acquisition Corp I. This change still needs to be officially approved by the company's board of directors and its shareholders, but it is clear they are moving full steam ahead with this rebranding. This filing doesn't have any major financial tables to dig into, as it is mainly an announcement about the name and ticker change. However, looking at the broader context, JABRU Acquisition Corp I is a special purpose acquisition company, or SPAC. These companies go public to raise money with the sole purpose of buying or merging with another company. The timeline for this is usually about 2 years. If they don't find a target within that time, the money is returned to the investors. The big question for companies like JABRU Acquisition Corp I is what they will do next. Will they find a strong company to merge with that will create value for shareholders, or will they run out of time and return the funds? Their current structure with units, warrants, and rights is designed to entice investors into this speculative venture. The name and ticker change suggest they are either preparing for a new phase or perhaps even signaling a potential merger target that might have caused the trademark issue in the first place. From what I can see, this move is about tidying up loose ends and presenting a clean slate for whatever comes next. The market will be watching closely to see what kind of company Atlantic Acquisition Corp I decides to merge with. The success of this SPAC will entirely depend on the quality of that future acquisition. Alright, that is my take on this filing. What do you think this name change signals for the company's future? Let me know in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. The research tools I use are linked in the description below. That is my take. Stay decoded. Like, comment, subscribe, and join the Discord linked in the description.